Today I am taking the lecture on the topic jury's test and the Routh-Hurwitz criterion. In this topic, under the fourth module of Advanced Control Theory for S6 EEE students, myself Manoj Kumar T, HOD EEE Department, St. Thomas College of Engineering and Technology, Chenganur. First of all, we can study what is jury's test. The jury stability test is used to determine whether the roots of the characteristic polynomial lie within unit circle or not. That means if we are converting the domain from S plane to Z plane, all the roots must be within unit circle for stable condition. That means if we are mapping from S plane to Z plane, the location of roots on left side of S plane becomes the roots within the unit circle. So for stability criterion, all the roots must be within the unit circle. If any roots are under or lying outside the unit circle, we can say that the particular system is unstable. So this test is used to determine the location of roots in Z plane. That is, in Z plane, for stability criterion, all the roots must lie within unit circle. And for conducting this test having two parts. First one, we have to check the necessary conditions and then sufficient condition. Consider a characteristic nth order characteristic polynomial f of z, which is shown in the figure. That is, f of z is equal to an z raised to n, etc. Where a0, a1, etc. up to an are the constants, and the condition is a0 is a positive value. First of all, we have to check the necessary condition. Here we have two conditions. That is, first one, f of 1 is positive. That is, we have to substitute z is equal to 1, then we are getting f of 1. So this f of 1 must be positive. And next condition is minus 1 whole raised to n, f of minus 1 is also positive. That is, n is the order of the particular characteristic equation. So this is also we have to check, that is minus 1 whole raised to n, f of minus 1 is also positive. If these two conditions are satisfied, then we have to check the next condition, which is the sufficient condition. Then in order to check the sufficient condition, we have to form the jury's array with 2n minus 3 rows, and where n is the order of characteristic equation. Then we can study how to form the jury's table. Jury's table means with the rows 2n minus 3, and suppose here one jury's table is given with n is equal to 3. So n is equal to 3 means we have to form 3 rows, rows 1, 2 and 3. Then we have to mark as z raised to 0, z raised to 1, 2 and 3. And coefficient, then for first row we have to formulate the coefficient of z raised to 0, that is a0, a1, a2, a3. Then first row becomes a0, a1, a2, a3. Then next row we have to write in the reverse order, that is a3, a2, a1, a0. First two rows we have to form from the particular question. Then third row we have to form with a b0, b1 and b2. There is no b3. So b0, b1 and b2. Then how to form b0 means we have to take the first column. First column means a0, a3. Then last column a3, a0. Take the determinant of particular matrix, then we are getting b0. And b1 we have to take the first column. The first column is always constant, that is a0, a3, and next column becomes the second last from the right. So that is a2, a1. So the determinant of particular matrix we are getting as b1. Then b2, for getting b2 we have to take the first column and the next one is a1, a2. So similar method, we are getting b0, b1 and b2. There is no b3 by using this method. So we have already formed the jury's table with 3 rows, and then the conditions we have to check means the number of conditions we have to check is the n minus 1 condition. N minus 1 means here n is equal to 3 means we have two conditions. The conditions are, then for checking the conditions, we have to take the first row and the third row. The first row, first term, that is A0, must be less than the last row. Last row here, last row is A3. So the modulus of A0 less than AN. AN here, AN is A3. And this is the first condition. Then second condition is first element of row 3, that is B0, and last element of row 3, that is B2. So modulus of B0 greater than modulus of Bn minus 1, that is n minus 1 means B2, the last element. Suppose we have 5 rows. 5 rows means, suppose the characteristic equation is a fourth order system, means we have to form the Jury's table with 5 rows, and then 5 rows means the fourth row we can form by reversing the third row, that is B2, B1, B0. Then fifth row means we have to form with the same methodology. So we are getting C0 and C1. Then fifth row is a Z0 and a C1. C0 we can form with the B0, B2 and B1, B0. So the last condition is we have to take the fifth row. Fifth row means first element is Z0 and last element is C1. So the modulus of C0 greater than C1. If all these conditions are satisfied, then we can say that all the roots are within unit circle. Next one, we can solve one problem of using Jury's test. That means the question is check the stability of the sample data system. The one characteristic equation is shown. That characteristic equation is f of z. Then first of all we have to check the necessary condition. Here n is equal to 2, and the conditions are, we know f of 1 is positive and minus 1 whole ratio, and f of minus 1 is also positive. First of all we have to find f of 1. For z is equal to 1, we are getting a positive value of f of 1. Then next one is minus 1 whole square f of minus 1, which is also positive. So the both conditions are satisfied. Then we can go to the next condition, that is sufficient condition. For getting sufficient condition, we have to form the Jury's array or Jury's table with n 2n minus 3 rows. 2n minus 3 means 1. So we have to form only one row. The only one row means the elements are the coefficients of z raised to 0, z1, z square. So z raised to 0 means a constant term of f of z, that is 2. The next element is minus 2 and 5. So these elements are A0, A1 and A2. Then for checking sufficient condition, the conditions are n minus 1 condition. N minus 1 means only one condition we have to check here, because only one row is available here. We have to take the first element and the last element of the row. First element is 2 and the last element is 5. Then the modulus of A0 less than modulus of last element, that is 2 less than 5, which is condition is satisfied. So the system is stable. The second question is also the same. Check the stability of the given function f of z. We have to write the first characteristic equation f of z. Then check for necessary condition, means the conditions are f of 1 is positive and minus 1 whole ratio, and f of minus 1 is also positive. First of all, we can find f of 1 by putting z is equal to 1. We are getting f of z, f of 1 is as positive value. Then minus 1 whole raised to n, f of minus 1 means it's a third order equation. So n is equal to 3. So minus 1 whole cube is equal to minus 1. So minus 1 into, we have to put z is equal to also minus 1. Then we are getting a positive value. Then these two conditions are satisfied. Then we can go to the sufficient condition. Check for sufficient condition means we have to form the 2n minus 3 rows. That is 2n minus 3 means 3 rows means, then we can form the Jury's table with the 3 rows, and the first 2 rows we have to write the coefficients of f of z. That is last A0 means the constant part. Constant term is point A0, A1, A2, A3. The next row is, by reversing the first row, we are getting the next row. The third row can be calculated from first 2 rows. That is, so we can put these values are b0, b1 and b2. Then we can form the table with the first two rows are the coefficients of z raised to 0, z raised to 1, z square, z cube. Then second row we can reverse the first row. Then third row is b0, b1 and b2. How to find the b0 means we have to take the first column of z raised to 0 or first and second row. So and the last column. Then we can take the determinant. We are getting the particular value. Similarly, we can calculate b1. b1 as first column is constant, and we have to take the second last column. Then we are getting the value b2. So also the first column is constant, and next column. So we are getting b0, b1 and b2. Then the conditions we have to satisfy means n minus 1 condition we have to be checked. N minus 1 condition means n is equal to of 3 means two conditions we have to satisfy. So that is conditions are modulus of a0 less than modulus of an. An means by checking the first column, first row, the first element and last element. Then for checking next condition, first element of third row and the last element of third row. So first element of row 1 means A's first condition is a0 less than an. Modulus of a0 less than an means 0.05 is less than 1. That condition is satisfied. Next condition is modulus of b0 greater than modulus of b2. That is modulus of b0 means that condition is also satisfied. Hence the system is stable. All the conditions are satisfied, so the system is stable. Next one we can go to the third question. Here the characteristic equation is the fourth order system, which is f of z. The necessary conditions are f of 1 and minus 1 whole raised to n, f of minus 1 greater than 0. So this f of 1 is also f of 1 is positive, and next condition is also positive. So both conditions satisfied. Then next one we can go to sufficient condition. Here n is equal to 4. N is equal to 4 means we have to form the 5 rows of jury's table. Next one we can form the jury's table with the 5 rows, and first two rows we can write from the question with the constant part, and we can form the first row, and the second row can be formed from first row. That is by taking reverse order we are getting the second row. So first and second rows are given. Then next we have to form the third, 4 and 5 rows. So the third row we have to write b0, b1, b2, b3. Fourth row we can write in reverse order. Then fifth row, which is c0, c1 and c2. The b0 we know that the first column and the last column. Taking the determinant we are getting b0. Similarly b1 is the first column and the second last, and b2 first column and third. From right we have to take the third column. Then the b3 is the first column is permanent, and fourth column from the right. So we are getting b0, b1 and b2, b3 values. And using this b0, b1, b2, b3 values, then again we have to form the table with by writing b0, b1, b2, b3 on third row, and the fourth row we can write in the reverse order. Then last row, that is fifth row, is c0, c1 and c2. Then c0, c1, c2 can be calculated from third and fourth rows. Then c0 becomes the first column of third and fourth row, and last column of third and fourth row. Then we can write. Similarly, we can write c1 is first column is constant, and second last column. Then similarly, the c2 the first column is constant, and the next column. So we are getting the values of c0, c1 and c2. Then we are formed the jury's table. Then we have to check the conditions. N minus 1 condition means Here n is equal to 4 means we have to check three conditions. That means we have to take the first row, first element of first row and last element, then first element of third row and last element of third row, then first element of the row 5 and last element of row 5. So these conditions are A0 less than, first condition is less than, and all other conditions will be greater than condition. So from that conditions we can see that all these conditions are satisfied, so the system is stable. Then next one we can solve a different question. The GHZ is given and we have to check the range of K for stability. That means given GHZ is in terms of K, we have to find the range of K for the stable condition. So in order to get the stable condition, we are first of all we have to write the characteristic equation. 1 plus GHZ is equal to 0. We have to write the characteristic equation. We are getting the characteristic equation in terms of K, and from that f of z equation, given equation is f of z, that characteristic polynomial is f of z, and we have to put f of 1. By putting z is equal to 1, we are getting f of 1 value. For stable condition, f of 1 should be positive. That means that is 0.632 k plus 0.008 is greater than 0. That means by solving we are getting k greater than minus 0.0126. By solving we are getting the value of k greater than minus 0.0126 means the value of gain is always positive, so we can take as k greater than 0. So k is a positive value. The next condition we have to check is minus 1 whole raised to n f of minus 1 is also positive. So we have to put z is equal to minus 1 then that particular characteristic equation of f of z. Then we are getting f of minus 1 is equal to 2.736 minus 0.104 k. This value is also positive. Then by solving we are getting the k less than 26.31. Here we have checked two necessary conditions of f of 1 is positive and minus 1 whole square f of minus 1 is also positive. We have got two conditions, which is k greater than 0 and k less than 26.31. And this is a second order system. A number of conditions to be satisfied, which is 1, that is a condition is modulus of A0 less than modulus of AN. Modulus of A0 means a constant part of f of z. We know the constant part of f of z is 0.368 plus 0.264 k, and modulus of AN means modulus of A2, that is 1. So this one we have to check. Then we are getting that k less than 2.39. Then we have got three conditions for k greater than 0, k less than 26.31 and k less than 2.39. By combining all these three conditions, we can come into conclusion that the value of k is less than 2.39. So the range of k for stability means 0 less than k less than 2.39. Next one we can study the root stability criterion. We know that root stability criterion is useful for the stability analysis of linear continuous system. In using root stability criterion, by creating root array, if all the roots are lying in left half of S-plane, then system is stable. From root array, if there is no side change in the first column of root array, then we can confirm that all the roots are lying in left half of S-plane, so the system is stable. So if any sign change in the first column, then we can say that number of roots are lying on RHS of S-plane. Then this methodology can be used for the sample data control system by mapping S-plane to Z-plane. So which is shown in the figure. The left half represents the roots within the unit circle. So the imaginary axis represents the surface of unit circle. If the roots are left half of S-plane means all the roots in Z-plane are lying within the unit circle. Suppose if any roots are on the right half of S-plane, that roots corresponding to Z-plane are outside the Z-plane. that is outside the unit circle. So this method can be used for the stability analysis of sample data control system. Then using this methodology, we can find the total number of roots lying outside unit circle. That is the difference between Jury's test and root stability criterion. That means in the case of Jury's test, only we can say that the system is stable or not. But in the case of root stability criterion, if system is unstable, means we can find total number of roots lying outside the unit circle. So using root stability criterion, we have to map the Z plane into R plane by using the equation Z is equal to 1 plus R divided by 1 minus R. Then using this R plane, we can create the root table or root array, and by analyzing the first column of root array, if there is no sign change, then we can confirm that all the roots corresponding to Z plane are lying within the unit circle, so the system is stable. Consider for an example, a characteristic equation is Z square minus 0.25 is equal to 0, and how can we apply root stability criterion in this case? Means we can split up Z square minus 0.25 into Z plus 0.5 into Z minus 0.5. The values of Z is plus or minus 0.5. We know that the magnitude of Z is less than 1. That means these two roots are lying within the unit circle. Then how can we apply root stability criterion in this problem? Means we have to map the Z plane into R plane by using the equation Z is equal to 1 plus R divided by 1 minus R. Put the value of Z in the characteristic equation. Then we can get, by simplifying the equation, 0.75 R square plus 2.5 R plus 0.75 is equal to 0. This is the equation. Then we have to form the root table with the R square row is equal to 0.75 and alternate coefficient, that is 0.75. Then next row is R row. Then the coefficient of R, which is 2.5. Next element is 0. Then we have to form R raised to 0 row. We have already studied this methodology. Then by analyzing the first column, there is no sign change. So that means from the first column it is shown that all the roots are lying within the unit circle. Already we know that the values of Z are plus or minus 0.5. So this is the application of root stability criterion. Next one, suppose if a given f of Z, which is in the figure, find the number of roots outside the unit circle. Suppose if the question is given that we have to find the number of roots outside unit circle, means we have to apply the root stability criterion, and we have to map Z into R plane using the equation Z is equal to 1 plus R divided by 1 minus R. Then we have to take some steps, because the cubic term. Then after calculations, we are getting the equation. We are getting the equation 1.13 R cube plus 4.87 R square plus 3.87 R minus 1.87 is equal to 0. Then we have to form the root table. Then from the root table, after finishing the root table, analyzing the first column of root array, that is the last term is minus term, so there is one sign change. So one sign change means one root, that is we have, so third order system means out of 3 roots, one root is lying outside the unit circle, so the system is unstable. Third question is also a similar question with the third order equation. Check the stability of the system using root stability criteria, means we have to map Z plane into R plane, then converting into one equation, cubic term equation we are getting. Then forming a root table, we can say that there is no sign change in the first column, so the system is stable. Then fourth question is to check the stability of the system using Juris is a fourth order system, f of z. We know that n is equal to 4. First of all, we have to check the necessary condition f of 1 and minus 1 whole raised to n f of minus 1. These two values are positive. So we have to go for the sufficient condition. By number of rows, 2n minus 3 is equal to 5 rows. First of all, we have to arrange as shown in the figure. First two array directly we can form from the given question, and then 3, 4, 5 corresponding to B0, then to C0. This method already we have studied. Then B0, B1, B2 we have to find out. B0, B1, B2 to B3. Then we have to form the third row. Then reversing the third row, we are getting the fourth row. The last row is corresponding to Z0, Z1 and C2. Then these also calculated from C0, C1, C2 are calculated using third and fourth row. Then after forming Z0 to C2, then we have to form Jury's table again. Then we have to take the first element of first row and last element of first row by comparing these two. That is A0 condition is modulus of A0 less than A4. If the condition is satisfied, that is 0.08 is less than 1. The next condition we have to check is by taking third row, first element of third row and last element of third row, and modulus of B0 must be greater than B3. So that condition is also satisfied. Then fifth row, the first element of fifth row and the last element of fifth row, that modulus of Z0 greater than Z2. That all these conditions are satisfied. So the system is stable. Next question is also for Jury's test. Shows the f of z, f of 1 and minus 1 whole raised over f of minus 1 are positive. Then we have to go for the sufficient condition, decreasing the 5 rows. It is shown in the figure. Then then we have to calculate B0, B1, B2, B3. Then after writing the table again, then we have to find the Z0, C1 and C2. Then by checking the condition, first row first element and last row first element, which is equal, these two values are equal, that is A0 is equal to A4, and by examining third row, the first element and last elements are compared, that is B0, the condition is B0 greater than B3. So here that condition is not satisfied, that is 0 which is less than 6, so that condition not satisfied. The last condition, which is Z0 greater than C2. C0 means 36 greater than 30. These two are equal. So in this case, system is not stable. Next one is a different type of problem. We have to find the range of k for stability. The Cartesian equation is shown, which is assigned as f of z. First of all, we have to apply f of 1 and minus 1 whole raised to n f of minus 1. These two values are positive. So applying f of 1 greater than 0, that is positive, we are getting the condition that k greater than 0. And next condition, here n is equal to 2. So f of minus 1 is also positive. So we are getting that f of minus 1 is equal to 3.1 minus 0.3 k, which is also positive. The next one, so this value is greater than 0 means k less than 10.33. And next one, we have to check the sufficient conditions. We know that A0, modulus of A0 less than A. Here A0 is 0.55 plus 0.25k and A2 is 2. So 0.25k less than 0.45, so k less than 1.8. So the conditions are k greater than 0, k less than 10.33 and k less than 1.8. So by combining all these conditions, the value of k should be less than 1.8. So the range of k for stability means 0 less than k less than 1.8. And if system is marginally stable, for k is equal to 1.8. From the question also, we have to find the steady state oscillation. The frequency of steady state oscillation means for getting steady state oscillation, the system will be marginally stable. So put k is equal to 1 point in f of z equation. We are getting f of z is equal to z square minus 0.56 z plus 1 is equal to 0. The standard equation second order system is z square plus 2 zeta omega n z plus omega n square is equal to 0. By comparing these two equations, we are getting omega n is equal to 1 and zeta is equal to minus 0.28. So we know the system poles are at minus zeta omega n plus or minus j omega d. So omega d is equal to omega n into root of 1 minus zeta square, which is 0.96. So the poles are at 0.28 plus or minus j 0.96. So that means the system will exhibit steady state oscillation at a frequency of 0.96 radian per second. Then next question, we have to find the number of roots outside unicircle, and so we have to use the root stability criterion. Given f of z, we have to convert z into r plane by putting z is equal to 1 plus r divided by 1 minus r. So by simplifying, we have to take some calculations. And after simplifying, we are getting the equation as 0.1 r cube plus 0.9 r square plus 2.1 r minus 8.1 is equal to 0. Then we have to create the root array. After forming root array, by examining first column of root array, you see that the last element is my negative. So there is one sign change. One sign change means system is unstable, and one root out of these three roots lie outside the unit circle. So the system is unstable.